Just a Phase Moon Planner gives you all of the information that you need to learn about the moon phases and to start following along with the moon. This includes zodiac information and seasonal information. Every month starts on the new moon and provides activities as well as space to set intentions and plenty of blank space. Weekly vertical spreads provide plenty of room to plan your day as well as set intentions and pull weekly cards. Full moon information as well as more activities and more blank space to create the month and make it as creative and unique as you are. Join a community of fellow moon lovers to discuss, plan, dream, set intentions, and to share your experience. Together, at the end of the year, we will reflect on the entire year and start planning for the year ahead. All of this is getting into flow with the cycle of the seasons, the year, the moon phases, as well as your own personal birth chart and cycle. Order your copy of the Just a Phase Moon Planner today to finish out the rest of 2022 by getting in touch with yourself and the moon. Hi friends, if you're new here, my name is Allison and I am the self-proclaimed priestess of Wonderland, and I'm here to encourage you to put on and readjust your crown and be the king, queen, priestess of your own world, to take care of yourself, to nurture yourself, to connect with yourself. And in these moon energy report videos, we will talk about the current week and the energy of the moon and the zodiac that we will be flowing throughout the week. We are following along in the Just a Phase Moon Planner, and we are going to just take a few minutes to take a deep breath, to recite a mantra with a mala 108 times. This is something quick and easy for you to do to help start your week off with intention and with grounded and centeredness. It only takes a few minutes. We are also going to connect with a specific chakra for the week and choose a chakra oracle card for the collective and the community here. And we will also choose a random oracle card to connect with for the week. And this helps us to really just start the week off with intention and connect. So I will leave you with future Allison, and I hope that you come along and start your week with us. Grab a cozy beverage, take a deep breath, roll your shoulders back, and start the week off with intention. All right, good morning, friends. All aboard the struggle bus. Don't look at my feet up here. I will have a little story time at the end. Why my feet are on my desk and why they are so swollen. Don't look at them. Don't look at them. So I don't know if you watched last week's video, but remember how I was like, man, I'm ready for a last quarter moon, but like the energy of the week was telling us that we needed to like wrap things up, and we had an Aries moon, so we needed to like get things done. But I was really feeling like I needed to take a break. Well, the universe decided to force me to take a break. That is why, not 3 hours after I filmed that video, I was viciously attacked by some wasps, and now my feet are swollen and my butt is swollen and it's difficult to move. I'm not in pain anymore, but it was very horrific and traumatic. And now we're finally at a part in the moon phase where we really can hopefully take some time out before we get to this Virgo moon, because the Virgo moon is going to help us to get organized and hopefully like refreshed and ready to go. There's lots of really wonderful templates here for you to just kind of like map out your day, create a morning ritual if you don't have one, create an evening ritual if you don't have one, to kind of tally up how all of the different elements, by like looking at your mood trackers and seeing how you're affected by the different elements of the zodiac and hopefully kind of map out. I've given you like 4 different examples for you to like plan out, like have one of these can be like planning out your workday so that you're including this morning ritual that helps you like get started for the day, setting your intention for the day, like get you started on a positive note, but also logging in your evening schedule so that you're able to like get adequate sleep so that you're ready to start your day the next morning. So you can like map out a typical work day for yourself and figure out how you can fit in these self-care routines, including maybe you want to switch up your meal plan or switch up your exercise plan. Why I use the vertical planner is figuring out how I can fit these things that are important to my well-being into my regular everyday. I've given you like kind of 4 different examples here so that you can do like a typical work day, a typical off day, or if you have like for me, I have like a really sporadic schedule, so I don't really have like every day doesn't look the same to me. Every day looks really different, so I'm going to be able to use this to map out different days for me. But if you do have a pretty like set schedule, you can just kind of try out different options for yourself. Maybe you're able to like fit in some self-care time in the afternoon on some days, but not all the days. So just the 4 slots gives you just to change up the options and just kind of map it out and see like which one is going to work best for your schedule. I find that by visually looking at my day like this as morning, afternoon, and evening, it just really helps me plan things out, do things differently, try things differently, and that's why I love the vertical layout so much. But I thought that Virgo season and the Virgo New Moon would be a good time to look at these things, especially if you're tracking your moods and how you are affected by the zodiac signs. So lots of space for you to do that, and then blank space to do whatever you want. The Virgo New Moon information. And I'm looking at the top sentence. I love a Virgo New Moon. I really do, because I need to get organized. I need to put all of my fire and my water and my air into a container, and Virgo does that for me. I hope that you are ready to get organized. We did the moon meeting early just because there's really not a time around the new moon that I was able to do it. So if you've missed it, I took a lot of notes, and I'm going to kind of post them sporadically in the Facebook group and on Discord, so that like I'm going to continue to do the moon meetings because they are really helpful for me. So I'd like to invite you to join me sometime, because I'm paying for the Scribed. I'm going to continue to use it at least until my subscription runs out. So I'm really flexible on time. My schedule is very sporadic. So if there's a different time, I tried a different time this time. I did Sunday afternoon because I thought maybe more people would be winding down on Sunday, and maybe people were too busy on Saturday. And again, like I usually work on weekends. I thought that weekends would be better for everybody. So let me know if like a weekday evening would be better for people, because like I said, I am flexible with my schedule as long as I'm able to like plan it in advance. So in looking forward to the new moon, Libra, so I'm liking to do them around the last quarter. So the last quarter for the next one is a Saturday. And the reason I like to do it on a last quarter is because if you don't have a lot of energy on the new moon, asking you to like commit to going to a meeting just seems like a lot. And personally for me, since I'm putting out a lot of videos around the new moon, like I already have too much going on around the new moon than I should. Especially if I'm like trying to teach people how to follow the moon phases and rest on the new moon. So I like to do all of my things around the last quarter. That way I'm able to rest and digest on the actual new moon. So it looks like around September 17th, we need to be planning the next one. So please let me know in the comments. I'm continuing to do it because it's really helpful for me. And it's really easy to show up. Like, I was in worse condition for the moon meeting than I am now. Like, I had to lay down during it. So it's like, it's really easy. You don't have to show up. You don't have to like be on camera, or you don't have to have your microphone on. You can simply mute it and listen. And so how these moon meetings are working is we're listening to like a whole chapter for that specific moon cycle. Lately I've been starting, because like this one we did before the last quarter moon. So I start them on whatever moon phase we currently are at. So like we did the last quarter all the way through the next moon cycle. So what we do is we just listen to a section for each phase, and then I pause and put some music on so that you have time to journal and kind of reflect. I usually have my planner with me as well as my journal. That way I can add in little notes, like for example, this week the recommendation for the Virgo New Moon on the night before, one of the things that she asked, and I love doing dream work, so one of the things that she asked was to ask, before you go to sleep, ask a spirit guide or some sort of dream guide for a specific dream, and for showing you what you need to see. So I love doing dream work, so that's just an example that I wrote down here from the moon meeting, and I think I jotted down some more notes later on. There was a lot of journaling with this. This is the last moon of the summer technically, so there was a lot of like reflecting on the whole summer season and that sort of thing. So a lot of that was in the journal time. Anyways, I love doing them. I love listening to the stories that she has for we have a hag as a guide, and she tells us a story for that season. And it's kind of broken up into the moon phases. And for example, the summer hag was the desert hag. So it was a lot of like heat and like sun and sweat, and like it was kind of like folk stories surrounding that. There was a lightning story, and they're really cool. I mean, they're kind of short and quick, but so we pause in between each session to kind of journal and write down notes. So I feel like planning this is really helping me commit to it. So I think I'm just going to continue to set a date and have that be the date, because otherwise I might just, if it's just me holding myself accountable, doing it for myself, a lot of the times I'll be like, oh, well, it's just me, it doesn't matter. But if I set the date to run this on Discord, then I actually do it. Especially, like, I was in really bad shape on that day. I had to keep my feet totally elevated. That's why they are up right now. If I can show up with swollen feet, you can show up even if you're like not in the mood, I think. And it's just really, I find it's really important to take time out for myself to journal, get my thoughts out of my head, get my notes organized and my schedule organized. And so this week we have a new moon week, but it's at the end of the week, so you still have some time to wind down. We are starting off the week with Cancer, so I hope that kind of sets the tone for just kind of self-care energy. I've chosen the Angels and Ancestors deck to work with today because this deck has a very earthy feel, but it also has a very spiritual feel, which I feel like Virgo energy is. I know, like, Virgo energy, all of the zodiac signs get like a bad rap of their like negative side of being too strict and like withholding of pleasure, which is not what the Virgo represents. The Virgin represents taking care of yourself, focusing on yourself. It's not about connecting to another person, it's about connecting to yourself. I love that for the Virgo energy. And I kind of see the Virgo as kind of like the high priestess who's able to like sit in between the worlds and make sense of it. That's why they're able to like fix things. They can see a problem and they see both sides of it and they're able to like find the solution. We'll get more to the Virgo energy when we get to Saturday. I've chosen root chakra for the mantra. So now that I've talked so much, let's get into our mantra. We are going to do Lam for the root chakra. And the solfeggio that we are listening to is 396 hertz for the root chakra. So take a deep breath or a few deep breaths with me while we get ready for this mantra. Let me put that back up. Turn the music up. And I'm going to be over here doing it because it's difficult for me to lean forward with my with my feet up like this. So get adjusted, take a deep breath. And while we do this mantra, like kind of think of what your intentions are for the new moon, what your intentions are for this week, and just kind of allow those thoughts to come up while we're reciting this mantra to get like grounded into our body. Lam, 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 Odin, lam, 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 lam. All right, so how does the root chakra mantra feel for you? I feel like we haven't done it in quite some time. I get frustrated with earth energy because, most of us are trying to escape the things that we feel in our body, right? Especially right now when I'm swollen and pain, I'm itchy. Like, I don't like focusing on my body. So, using the mantra as a practice to kind of like force yourself to be in your body, to feel the sensations and actually experience the things that you're feeling. It's an interesting practice and an interesting thing that you might want to like journal about because I always try to use situations like this when you are in pain or where you've experienced like a setback physically, especially because this is an important lesson because I am a massage therapist. So I always think of like, well, now I know how somebody with swollen ankles feels. And I do have a client who has had swollen ankles and swollen knees for as long as I've known her. So now I know what she feels like and what she experiences on a regular day-to-day basis. So whenever I have some sort of injury, I always think, well, now I know how this person feels. And it's a lesson. I mean, everything that we experience is a lesson. So if you are in pain or experiencing anything, like try to see it as a lesson and look at it objectively instead of like in this victim mode of, oh, poor me, why did this happen to me? Look at it as a lesson and see what things kind of rise up for you. We will pick a chakra card for this new moon week. Usually with the root chakra, we get a lot of the same ones, but this is actually a new one. So, anchor in now. You are present, strong, and worthy, capable of creating the harmonious and beautiful life you desire. Hold still in this wisdom, the knowledge that you are safe and stable, the awareness that Mother Earth is guiding and protecting you every step of the way. Your path to this moment was both guided and intended. And again, this is a root chakra card. The crystal is black tourmaline and the herb is burdock. Burdock root is a root, or you usually use the root. You can use the leaves if you want to, but most of the medicine is in the root. So I love using roots to connect to the root chakra because for obvious reasons. So we have a new moon on Saturday, and we're starting out. Well, let me show you. We're starting out with a waning crescent. So usually, like the second. So the waning or the waxing is whether the light is increasing or decreasing. In this case, it's decreasing, so that's waning. And crescent refers to, or the second word refers to the light part of the moon. So we're going through waning crescent all the way until the new moon. And then after that, we will have a waxing crescent. So you can see on Sunday, the light or the right half is lit, and that means we are waxing, increasing. Whereas all throughout the week, the left side is lit, and that means we are decreasing. However, when you color in your moon, you're going to want to start with like more light on Monday and slowly decreasing all the way to a dark moon. So I just start off on Monday with just like a larger crescent, and I'm finding that it's easier for me to draw the line. So I'm going to draw the line more towards the left until by the time we get to the new moon, there's just like the tiniest little bit of sliver. And then I'm using my pencil so that we can still see that we've got a Cancer moon on Monday and Tuesday. Got a Leo moon on Wednesday and Thursday. yeah, I really find that just a regular old pencil like works best. And then we do the opposite on Sunday. So I'm drawing my line on the right side to form a crescent and coloring in more than half of the moon. Okay, so Monday. Here we are. I know I say this about every phase, but I like having I like having a Cancer moon on a Monday, specifically on a new moon week, because this kind of sets the tone for self-care, taking things slowly, allowing yourself to rest, and that sets the tone for the entire week. Get things done during the week so that you can rest on Saturday, then that's good. And Monday would be a good time to do that, especially with things regarding the home. If you get all your home chores done on Monday and Tuesday, that way on Saturday you can rest. Especially now that we're getting a little bit, at least where I am, we're having a little bit of cooler evenings now because we're heading into fall. So maybe like mow the lawn on Monday night after work, before the sun goes down, because we still have a lot of light available to us this time of year. Yeah, at least until like 8 p.m. where I am. Like mow the lawn after dinner one night or before dinner one night. That way on Saturday you can have like the whole day. Do not run over a wasp's nest with your lawnmower though. Do not do it. And if you do, run to the closest, or run. My air conditioning guy that came told me that he was able to outrun them one time. I was not because I was just panicking and didn't know what happened. So get your chores done Monday and Tuesday. This can also be like a self-care day too. If you work on the weekends like I do, maybe you want to take your self-care day on Monday and Tuesday. So Cancer energy is moon energy. First of all, Cancer is ruled by the moon. So this is taking care of your emotions. That's why we take a self-care day on a Cancer day, because the moon is how we feel, and it's important to be taking care of your needs, your personal needs. I also like to focus on the home with Cancer energy, so that's why I'm recommending getting your chores done. And this can even be beautifying your workspace as well, like getting things cleaned up and organized, like any housekeeping things. And this can be like housekeeping in your home or at work. And then at 8:09 a.m. Wednesday morning, we'll move into Leo. Leo's energy is fiery, but it can, when we're associating it with this waning crescent moon and lower energy, this can also be considered a self-care day too. I know how to adapt any zodiac sign to equal self-care, because everybody needs self-care at some point in time. So, for example, if you're a Leo, when you're figuring out like your morning and evening rituals, your exercise plan, your meal plan, your like self-care plan, when you're figuring these things out for yourself, if you decide that Leo days are going to be your self-care day, you can do that too. Leo likes things to be like, they like to be treated like royalty. They like respect and honor. So this can be, if you are a Leo, this might be a good time to like respect and honor yourself, like honor your needs, honor like what it is that you and your body needs. And this, I mean, these are just like typical self-care things. They can be like getting your nails done or buying yourself a new outfit. Leo likes to like express themselves with their hair, or with the things that they, with their hair or the things that they wear. So getting your hair done or something like that. I also feel very creative on Leo days. So this might be if you have any art projects or if part of your self-care routine is doing something creative, this would be a good day to color or start that craft project that you've been wanting to start for a while. Taking yourself on an artist date and going and buying some craft supplies, or finishing up a craft project that you've already started and just have Leo days be your creative days. Because we'll be in that energy for Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, because we don't move into Virgo until 8:25 p.m. on Friday. So maybe you take yourself on an artist date on Friday after work and get yourself some art supplies or school supplies, because with this Virgo new moon, this is going to give us time to really get organized, restructure everything in your life so that you're able to like really take care of your needs but still be productive at the same time. So 8:25 p.m. Friday evening, we move into Virgo energy, and that's going to put us into the new moon energy. If you aren't able to do a ritual on the actual new moon, and this goes for any moon, if you're not able to do it like on that day, I usually give yourself like a 1 to 3 day window. This means like if you need to celebrate your new moon or do your new moon practice on Friday, you're still going to be in that energy from 8:25 p.m. Eastern time on. Or if like you're working on Saturday and you don't have time to do a ritual on Saturday, you can still do that on Sunday, because we won't be out of Virgo energy until Monday. So there's like a 1 to 3 day window here, and this is a really good one specifically because the moon will be between Friday evening and Saturday morning. And the new moon is officially happening at 4:16 a.m. So it's going to happen in the wee hours of the early morning for those of us on the East Coast. And that kind of gives you a little bit of wiggle room. You can celebrate on Friday, you can celebrate on Saturday, and you can even celebrate on Sunday. So it's up to you, whatever works out with your schedule. I try to at least stay in that Virgo energy. For example, like if you need to celebrate on Friday, I would recommend doing it at 8:25 p.m. or later, because you're in that Virgo energy. Otherwise, you're going to be still in Leo energy. And we've already passed Leo season and Leo energy. As much as we want to hold on to that creative, empowering energy, if Friday morning is the day that you need to celebrate the new moon, it's going to have different energy. So I at least try to stay when that zodiac sign is happening, which is sometimes hard. This is a really good one because it's at the right time, whereas we have had a lot of moons this year that are like the moon is new. Let's just use a random example. The moon is the moon is new at like 12 p.m. and then it switches to another sign at 12:10 p.m. or something like that. So that is like really shifting the energy, because like in the Leo Virgo case, it's like, well, it's only 10 minutes difference. So like, is it Leo energy or is it Virgo energy? Whereas this is like, you have a lot of wiggle room to really grasp that Virgo energy. I really encourage people to just do what feels right to them, because I think that is where the magic is. Like if you are really feeling called to do something a certain way, do it a certain way, because you were nudged to do that in a specific way for a specific reason, because it was right for you. That's why we do the mood trackers, and hopefully by this time you're going to be, I hope that most of us here are able to figure out like how they feel on when the moon is in an earth sign. Do things that provide structure, organization, and stability. Hold crystals or plant your feet on the ground. Plan physical strength building, weightlifting, heavy foods that ground you. How do you usually feel on Earth days? And that it lists the earth signs there for you: Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And the same for the air, same for fire, and same for water. So you can kind of make notes of like, and I really encourage you to make these notes, because you might feel differently about the different elements at different times of years. Sorry, don't look at my feet. I'm sorry. Like, for example, you might, like in the wintertime, you might be feeling really heavy on Earth days. Whereas in the summertime, you might be feeling like more connected to fire energy. And that's good. That means that you're like connecting to the seasonal energy. Oh, future Allison, I hope that you are not, I hope that you are not, in this position anymore. We only have three elements represented here this week. We're starting off with water. This might be a good chance to start Monday feeling like, tap into that water element and see how it makes you feel, and how you can be more in flow, and how you can just kind of, if you encounter an obstacle, how can you bend and shape and move around it without feeling like stuck or trapped or pinned in a corner. How can you flow and be more at ease? That's what the water element teaches us, how to flow like water. And then on Wednesday, we move into fire. That's more action. So maybe save things that you like really want to do for Wednesday and Thursday, because fire energy always gives me more energy. More so on Aries or even Sagittarius, really. I feel like Leo is like the laziest of the fire signs. But again, this will all be different for everybody feels differently about the elements. So then we move into Earth, Friday evening. So we've got water, fire, and earth. Virgo's going to bring us down. Virgo's going to usher us into this transition season as we're moving from summer to fall. And Virgo's going to help us harvest. Virgo season's going to help us harvest for the second harvest of the year, get us organized and ready for winter. And what? Can we have an angel and ancestors card for this week for the Just a Phase Moon Planner Collective? Oh, I love this for today. We have Wise One. Grow within your current situation. Knuckle down. Be reliable and committed. Be open to wisdom and insights from your elders. The Wise One represents the wisest aspect of the goddess, the crone. In paganism and modern Wicca, the crone is the fiercest, most psychic, and most aware aspect of the goddess, because she has been through many of life's challenges and overcome many setbacks. On this card, the raven in her hands represents the capacity to overcome the darker times and to be reborn again and again. So she helps you to tap into wisdom to overcome whatever life throws at you. Wisdom being the information stored in your soul rather than the knowledge acquired in this lifetime, and to learn from the experience of your elders. The extended message of this card is the wisdom of the Wise One is based on something that the younger generation is often lacking: commitment and reliability. When this card appears, you are being guided to continue working on your growth and expansion within your current situation. Be committed to your tasks and projects. It can be very easy to get bored or overwhelmed, but persevere. You are being reminded of how it feels to be let down and experience unreliability, and that is not who you were born to be. So keep working on what you're working on, because it's going to be extremely beneficial for you in the long run. I don't know if it's just because I'm like kind of in between generations, I guess. Like I'm in between millennial and Gen X, and or I guess I'm considered an elder millennial. And it's not that we are lacking commitment and reliability. It's that we are not committed to the way things used to be done. Like I feel like our generation is committed to making a change and making a difference. Like, we're not going to just follow the rules blindly just because they're the rules. We are challenging these things and figuring out like what it is, like what we want it to change into. We like if people haven't realized by now from what we have gone through since 2020, like there are so many structures within our society that don't work, haven't worked for a very long time, and have gotten so far past not working that that it's obviously corrupt and not for the highest good of the collective. I think that is very clear and obvious to most people, hopefully most people by now. But this is something that the millennial generation has known, and that's why we jump from one thing to the other, because we're trying to figure out what the new system is going to be, what is going to work for the rest of us in the future. It's not that we aren't committed and reliable, it's that we're not committed to the old ass traditions that are suppressing a whole groups of people, and we're trying to change that. And it takes trying different things to figure out what is the best system and what's going to work for the collective as a whole. So it doesn't make us unreliable. It it just means that we are trying to change something. Okay, I'm off my soapbox. I believe that we are committed to making a change and doing things differently. The end. So I really like this card for Virgo energy anyways, though, because it has that it helps you to tap into the wisdom to overcome whatever life throws at you. So this is a reminder to stay committed, grow within your current situation. And like I was saying at the beginning of this video, of treating things as a lesson. When you hit an obstacle, when you walk into a wasp nest and hundreds of wasps are just stinging you all over your body, when life keeps throwing these daggers at you, figure out what is the lesson, especially if you've been in this situation before. Why do we need to keep learning the same lessons over and over again because we didn't get it the first time, or because we need to learn something new this time. So look at things when you hit obstacles, think of it as a lesson. What can you learn from this? And that might help you flow more like water, or burn away things like fire, or gain the wisdom and knowledge that air gives us, or helps us rebuild these structures and foundations like Earth does. So we can tap into this energy and grow within our current situation. And I feel like that really connects to Virgo energy. So also remember to anchor in. Your path to this moment was both guided and intended. So no matter what your situation is right now, whatever you're going through, know that you were meant to be here, and you're meant to move forward and grow and transform from these things. So I'm expecting the sample of the Just a Phase 2023 planner to be here any moment now. I actually think it may have gotten lost in the mail, which is so disappointing because I'm so anxious to get you images and pre-orders up and ready to go. So hopefully this is the last video that's going to have the $5 promo for the 2022 planner. So get that if you want to finish out the year with intention, $5, $5 will help you learn about the moon phases, and you can finish out the years. That way you're starting 2023 ahead of the game. So $5 2022 planners are still available. Get those now because I'm just really going to have to, because I'm short on time, I'm really going to have to pump out the 2023 stuff Like, I'm going to be throwing it in your face all the time because, yeah, it's coming sooner than we think. So thank you so much for all of your support, and I will see you hopefully in better condition next week. Happy Moonday! Have you signed up for your Just a Phase subscription box yet? Candle magic is one of my most favorite things to do. It's quick and easy, which you know I love. But I find that it connects me to all of the elements, it connects me to myself, and it gives me this sacred space to create, dream, or plan. Just lighting a candle obviously connects you to the fire element, but it also just gives you this stillness and this space to breathe and to think and to dream and to plan. So all of these subscription boxes come with candle colors specifically chosen for that month. And how the subscription works, if you subscribe in August, you will receive September's box. If you subscribe in September, you will receive October's box, etc. And they will be shipped out at the first of the month. So no matter when you subscribe, you will get the following month's box that will ship out at the first of the month. So the candle colors include specific candles for either the zodiac seasons, the new and full moons, as well as any seasonal holidays that might be happening throughout the month. For example, this box that is pictured here has sunflower petals to be used to celebrate Mabon, which is the second harvest that happens in September. There's also a lot of sage leaves because we are experiencing a lot of retrogrades at this time. So I just wanted I love the sage leaves to be able to just light really quickly. You don't have to light a whole smudge bundle because I feel like we're going to be needing some energy clearing during these retrogrades. So find the link in the description below to have candle magic readily available every month, all the time.